This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will discuss phases of file handling, and the first step which we will discuss today is the opening of a file in the file handling section. So we need to know how to open a file, to read the file, and how to close a file, and how to write in a file. So these are all the operations of a file handling, and we must understand it in order to understand the whole concept of file handling topic. So let's start. What is opening of a file? When creating or accessing a sequential file, the first thing the programmer must do is open the file using the open statement. The open statement has the following form. Open file name .ext is the extension. For mode as hash buffer. The open statement will provide the name of the file, the way in which it will be used, which is also called mode, and the buffer number of the file. The same rules apply for naming data files as they do for naming regular basic program files. Except a data file should normally be given an extension .ext of .dat. For the data files, the extension .dat will be given, whereas a program file is given an extension of .bas. This could mean that the program using the data file could have the same name as the data file. The extensions would be the only way to distinguish the files from each other. This is a customary thing to do when naming program and data files that will only be associated with each other. We can use file as either output, input, or append. These are I'm going to highlight them, all these usage of files and the extension as well. .dat is used for naming a data file with the extension .dat, and .bas is the extension for naming a program file with the extension .bas. These are the mode options. Output means that the program will eventually write data to the file. Input means that the data contained in the file will eventually be read into the calling program. Append means that the data will be added to the end of an existing file on disk. A buffer is a reserved word section of primary storage and for storing temporary data being written to or read from a file. The programmer specifies the buffer number of a file and it is used by the program to recognize and identify the file that is attempting to be manipulated. The buffer number of the file must be known by the programmer when attempting to write data to or read data from the file. Very important part should be highlighted. Buffer number must be known, and the buffer is a reserved word, which is a section of primary storage. We need to highlight all the important points of this buffer memory. For example, if we try to open a file that doesn't exist, a new file will be created. If we try to open a pre-existing file as output, the file will be overridden and will lose all of its contents or data. For example, consider the following open statement. Open stu data.dat is the extension. Stu.data is the name of the file. For is the purpose for which it will be opened, for output. So this file will be used for output as #1. #1 is the number sign symbol used for the buffer memory, and 1 is the position of that buffer memory. I'm going to highlight it, bold it and highlight it. The above open statement would open the file stu data, abbreviations, short form used for students, stu.data.dat. For output using 1 hash can call #1 as a buffer number. If stu data.dat pre-existed on disk, then it will be overridden and treated as an empty file. Once you have successfully opened a file, we can either write data to it, read data from it, and append records to the file. This depends on what mode we specified for the file in the open statement. So viewers, we discussed today opening a file under the file handling section. A very important topic. This is the very first phase of a file handling, because whenever a user need to perform any operation on a file, it must be opened. The first thing is that the file must be opened in order to read, write, or append operations. We cannot perform any of the read, write, or append operation unless or until we open a file. So this is very important. We have discussed the following form of the open statement, how it is used, that we type the open reserved word, then we type the file name of the file the exact file name of the file with the extension .ext, and for is the purpose, for mode as hash buffer. Hash is the number symbol, and buffer is the buffer memory, the number we will give over here. Like the one exact example is given right over here, like open is the reserved statement which is used to open a file, and stored data is the name of the file with the extension .dat. It means this is a data file. When it will be opened for output, the purpose is the output, that it will be open to display the contents of the file, as #1 is the buffer memory. So we have discussed that for output, the above open statement would open the file storedata.dat for output purpose using #1 as a buffer number. So we can give different numbers as well, right? Like right after 1 we can give 2, 3, and 4, depending upon the condition and requirement. Okay viewers, that's all. Thanks for watching. In our next video we will discuss writing a file, which is also an operation of or you can call the mode of file handling. So these are all the modes: input, output, and append are the modes, options, or you can call them the operations we can perform in file handling topic. That's all. Thanks for watching.